the finest and finest of scrap metal. So today's video, we're back here on Emerald Star. We're doing a door rebuild. I'm now currently in day 4 of the restoration of the £1 yacht. Today's video, back on Emerald Star. Enjoy.
Just moving on to something else, something I've been meaning to have a look at for a while. This door frame just does not seal anywhere at all. It's all come away, it's all manky, there's loads of end grains showing. I don't think it's original. I've just had the screwdriver on it, there's a load of wet wood. It looks like the only damage is on this upright, the rest of it looks salvageable. But what I'm thinking with this is maybe I can skim it. It's a very, very thick piece, probably 1.5 inches. So there's loads of material. It's such a massive, stand back, such a massive block of wood. There'd be no point in trying to replace that when, if I could take, 1/4 inch, 4 or 5 mil, whatever language you're talking, off that, it's not going to make any difference to anything, because I'd only have to trim these back and I can seal up this end. The end grain absolutely seems fine. But yeah, loads more end grain showing at this side. Obviously not sealed, that's wet, that piece needs replacing. But on the whole, it looks like the wood's alright. It's just been stuck together really badly with no sealing or anything. The door needs a bit of a repair, but it doesn't slide. I presume it's on rollers. When it's wet, if it rains, it slides really well. I don't know what the water's lubricating in there to make that happen. So we're just going to pull this piece off, which should expose the mechanism, whether it's on rollers on the bottom or hung on rollers at the top. I don't know. So we're going to pull this off, have a quick look and see what is actually under here. Sun's out, so we may as well. Probably not going to strip it all, but at least take a few bits off, see where we're at. We're going to start here. Just pulled some plugs out, take this piece off, this piece, because as you can see, absolutely nothing sealed. This is rotten. So let's start ripping it apart. Wow, this is interesting. This is our running mechanism. I don't think it's mild. It looks like it was a galvanized rail. It's just dry and manky absolutely everywhere. It seems to be running. Okay, the second. First off, I think there might be stainless bearings, balls. I'm just going to give it all the squirt at WD just so that it actually frees up, and then I'm probably going to stick this cap back on, because when I attack this door it's going to have to be an all-in-one job, because it'll be the door off. You can see there's movement in this frame. I can't see how this frame is actually attached to the side of the boat. I don't think there's anything inside. Let's have a look. There might be. Oh yeah, there's a run of screws here. Ooh, and they'll be behind there as well. That's a pain. Not to worry. So yeah, when the door comes off, it's going to have to be a good couple of days. And this is how thick this piece is. It's massive. So yeah, I think we're going to be safe taking a big skim off this to get it down to good, better wood. Any of these pieces, they actually all look alright, they look salvageable. The end caps, I think, yeah, that's soft. But that's an easy fix, that one. It's not anywhere near seated. Oh, you can hear it squelching. Ooh. That's grim. If I just shift all that back and have a look. The seal's absolutely shot at. Hopefully it feels like some of that's soft, so it may be that this one piece is soft on the back, just where the water and the crap has been sat. So we might have to replace this one, But everything else, apart from skimming that back one, seems salvageable. Let's just give that a squirt, make it run well for now, and we'll put that cap back on and we'll deal with this when we know we've got a couple of good days. So we've got a few pieces off, got these pieces off, just the covers for the rail, and I'm just trying to figure out how many bits I actually need to take off to achieve this. This is gone, there's nothing on the back of there, so that's got to come off. The weather's not looking great, so I might have to do this in stages. This top piece is one of the main leaks, as you can see, so I'm wondering if I can just whip the door off quick, then take this piece off, work on this, reseal this, and then work on this later, because it looks like most of the inside of the frame has to come off to get this off. It's going to be a bit of a pain, but it does have to come off because it's completely shot. So we'll have a look, we'll whip the door off, take this top piece off that holds the rail, because this is just not secure at all. You can see when it moves, the whole lot is shifting. So let's have a look. So this piece is off. We've had to batter a bit of the frame apart, and we can see that it has been leaking for a long time and it is rotten. So this sits there, holds the door, and the back of it absolutely shot. So this is going to be a new piece. I hope I've got some teak left. Let's go and have a look. Not being able to film too much today, just because I've been rushing against the sun going down, but new piece of teak here. It's just test fitted at the moment. We've just test fitted the door. Sounds a bit scrapey, we haven't greased anything yet, but runs back to the stopper where it should. Bloop. That's fine. We did have to do some adjustments here and here to get the door level once it was in, and goes down fine, locks fine, so the lock is all in the right place. Obviously that had to line up with that, so that's all good. There is a bit of white paint left on there after I was planing it flat, but that's okay because that's all going to be boxed in. I just need to plane this down a tiny bit so that this meets here, and then we'll see what we can salvage of the other bits and start rebuilding it, because we did find, fortunately, some more rot up here, but this has to come off again and get sealed up. We've just got some epoxy on it, but we're going to seal it again with white Sikaflex on the back. We'll do that tomorrow, I think. We'll just test fit another couple of pieces. Okay. Little update. Sanded the door and just test fitting all these pieces one by one. We'll build the whole thing, then I'll take it off, put it all back on with the sealant. But it's all sanding up nicely. This piece, no way it's coming off. So I've just had a quick sand. It's coming up the disc. I'm just going to let this dry out a little bit, and then we'll just do a repair in here, put a little slice in. But yeah, sand another piece, get another piece on. It's looking good.
Look at the Colvic door mat.
Oh, thing of beauty, Cliff.
It's a fine work of art.
Yeah, we're just test fitting all these pieces. We've got most of it sanded. Door's got to come off again just to sand the bottom rail. Said in one of the other videos, there's no way I can get this piece off. It's just screwed together from too many sides and plugs, and it's all brass screws, so they're just coming apart and ripping, trying to get them out. Drilling them's not working, so yeah, but it's looking good. We're going to get a coat of Smith's epoxy, and then with wood skin over the top of that. It's all very exciting. Finally, something looking nice.
It's looking good. See, we've got a few days of dry weather.
Yeah, all it takes. It's just been raining.
A handful of days.
For months.
So Matt's been flat out because we're neighbours with the £1 boat just over Matt's bow. And
getting some tools for Cliff's new project.
yeah, we need this. We need some tools, some real serious tools to break stuff. But also, Matt, just another one. There's the wood that was on the. So that's the timber that Matt's replaced, and as you can see, it's rotten. There's a carrot, so it was a job well done. He did actually do the test on it last night. It blew up. Oh, there we go. You can see how rotten it was.
Yeah, that's the line of where it was up against the actual side of the roof, and I didn't realise it was as bad as it was. But the seal had gone, and it's just had muck sat against it, and yeah, absolutely.
It's just rotted it.
Yeah, luckily I had one piece of this was an old piece of teak that Paul gave us, and I think I made part of the capping rail out of it, and then the last section of it, well, that's the last section, but one last long piece, managed to do the top piece that the rail's hanging onto. So we've got a brand new piece of teak up in there. I could have used something else because it's not actually seamed, but it's nice to have it all the same wood.
Yeah, but look at the difference.
Oh no!
I'm sure the Colvic enthusiast will appreciate the difference that door's now made.
Oh, it's the little things in it. You do work and work and work, and nothing changes. Then you do one bit. And you're like, whoa.
Yeah, well, like last night I walked back and I could hear Matt hammering away and sanding, and he's been real busy. He has been filming himself because obviously I've had my head stuck in the £1 boat, so it just looks fantastic.
Yeah, it'll all be varnished up by the end of the day. Should be nice.
Yes.
Yeah, as I say, it's all just test fitted, so nothing's on with sealant or anything at the moment. And it was all brass screws, so I'm changing them out for stainless. Don't mind brass screws, but trying to get them out again if they're stuck, just an absolute nightmare. All the heads were full of epoxy, so it was drilling a plug out, trying to get a tiny screwdriver in to clean the flathead bit of the epoxy out, and tapping a screwdriver in, and if you didn't get it in bang on first time, you just scrunch the head. Or but even drilling the plugs out, the second you go through the plug, you're into the brass because it's so soft, and you can't really tell. Like if you hit steel, you know you've touched it with your drill. It's like, oh, there's wood, oh, there's brass. Oh,
yeah.
Take it after screw out.
No, it's looking good.
Yeah.
It's looking good. We just need this weather to continue so we can just carry on. Because
we've got to go to work tomorrow for 3 days, which would be a laugh, but I'd much rather be down here whilst the weather's all right for a few days.
Yeah, so a little bit of Matt's having to put the brakes on just for a few days while he's having to go to work.
3 days in Hamburg should be a laugh.
Yeah.
Early flight from Manchester. Manchester airport's not great at any time.
No.
Anyway.
Well, at least he's living the dream. He's living the dream, guys.
Come on, let's spend 5 minutes on your boat. Just having a clean up. This is the bottom rail. We've taken the runner off for the door, and it's a big chunk of wet rot there. It looks like this piece, there's some plugs here, so I'm hoping this is a cap. I can see a line in the wood, so I'm going to pull this cap off if I can, because we're going to have to repair that, can't leave that. So pull the cap off and have a dig about in there. The rest of it, it's a tiny bit there, that's never going to be seen, so I can just sand that back, that's fine. But yeah, let's have a look. So I'm just taking this damaged piece out, just chopped it straight out of there, so we can just copy it, use that as a pattern, hopefully just stick a new piece in. It's kind of underneath the door, and the slide rail goes over the top, so you're not going to see too much. This has been caused by, you can see the line of nails It just had a mild steel nail, not sealed, and that's all it takes. Unfortunately, nail was straight in the middle of that. It's just taken water in, it's run up and down the grain, and that's the end of that. So, new piece.